Viewers, for the 125th anniversary of Netaji Subhas Chandra Bose on the 23rd of January, which happens to be a Sunday, the Prime Minister will unveil the hologram, and we can see it on our screens now, the hologram of Netaji Subhas Chandra Bose. And he is going to be under that exalted canopy that was built by the British to celebrate Queen Victoria, and after that, one of their other kings, King Edward or whatever, I'm not sure. The point is, viewers, now it has taken us 75 years, Sanjay Jha, 75 years to put Netaji Subhas Chandra Bose, who represents the valor of India's INA, and give him his pride of place. Colonel RSN, first of all, I want to ask you, what's going through your mind when you see those pictures of the hologram, which will soon turn into a statue, a towering statue of Netaji Subhas Chandra Bose, Colonel RSN, and obviously, I want you to also hold forth on this controversy that is being raised by some.
No, my first reaction is that I have been witness to, the untiring efforts of General Bakshi, as you rightly, brought out, to have this, Netaji Subhas Chandra Bose under the canopy right there at the India Gate, not very far from there. So his tiring effort, and also, people like Pushpender Kulshresht, because he has been traveling with me all over the country, I think the immense contribution. So to that extent, I am very gratified. Now, since you have started from here, it's not that we haven't played politics with martyrdom and all this, this false equivalences that he brought out. I totally agree. Look, there is a subsidy. There is, what is your case? There should be a subsidiary flame and there should be a main flame. So if a dignitary comes from abroad, say a head of state, where do I take him? Do I take him to the main flame? Yes, but then you will argue that no, you have insulted the subsidiary flame. So what is the controversy about if 3,800 has merged with 26,000? Now the other point, which I was listening to Maruf also, let me tell you, when I stand under India Gate, and I read, under India Gate, and it reminds me of that World War I, where 75,000 Indians died, right? And what did you get? Did you get dominion status? The entire world got it. Most of the colonized countries got dominion status. How did you get? You got Rolvat Act. You got Jallianwala Bagh. And it also reminds me, when you talk of false equivalences, people are here and people are listening to me. Do you know that till the British were there, the British officers never allowed Indian officers to dine with them on the same table? So he is absolutely right when he is talking about false equivalences. Now let me tell you a case in point where we have played politics with martyrdom. I come from a school which has produced the first Victoria Cross and the first Paramveer Chakra. The first Victoria Cross was General P.S. Bhagat, great soldier, and his contribution in 71 war, and then later on as chairman of the Damodar Valley Corporation. But do you know, he also had a brother, Colonel Tony Bhagat, who joined the INA. He was Sword of Honor from Indian Military Academy. Nobody talked about him. What happened to his contribution? I met his daughter a few years back. She must be listening to my program. I think she's writing a book, or must have already written a book on General Bhagat. And I told her that, madam, don't forget to, to carry a separate chapter on your uncle. He was no less a soldier. So we have played politics with martyrdom. So imagery is very important. Do you know one of the reasons One of the reasons why the British didn't give you dominion status after First World War, because the Lutyens' Delhi had just come up then, and it was so fabulous, they found it so fabulous that they didn't want to leave. They wanted to enjoy those surroundings. Do you want to celebrate it? I don't want. I don't want to celebrate it. For you, India Gate may be, firstly, I have a lot of problem with this word India only. You may curse me, you may abuse me, it doesn't matter. But I don't celebrate India Gate. I celebrate the bravery of the soldiers who fought. After all, they were soldiers. I salute them. But what General Bakshi said about this false equivalences, I mean, this is, I again say that imagery is very,
I think you've spoken very passionately.
Very, very important. And all the vestiges
I think you've spoken
of colonialism.
Two things have happened today. Colonel Saab, two things have happened today. And I want to bring in Lieutenant Colonel Duhoon also. Two things have happened today, viewers. Number one, we've had the merging of the eternal flame. And number two, we are now going to see, for the rest of our lives, Netaji on that plinth, under that canopy. And I can't tell you how delighted that makes some of us feel, viewers, especially the likes of General Bakshi, Colonel RSN, who have been on this show, and Dr. Ranganathan. I want to bring in Lieutenant Colonel Duhoon. Lieutenant Colonel Duhoon, where do you stand on this? You've heard General Bakshi, you've heard the passionate Colonel RSN. Where do you stand on this? Are you more on the side of what Rahul Gandhi has said?
Thanks, Rahul. It's not the question of what Mr. Rahul Gandhi said or what Mr. Narendra Modi said. We are not discussing about what they said. I thought we were discussing about the eternal flame. And if that eternal flame is being discussed, then let me bring out very clearly that War Memorial is not a tourist place. It is not. It is something to remember about our fallen soldiers. India Gate, it was built and it has memories of 90,000 soldiers, and out of which 13,000 names are inscribed on India Gate. Today, your panelists are saying that the place was not appropriate for Amar Jawan Jyoti under a British canopy made by British. Well, the Amar Jawan Jyoti was not good, but Mr. Subhas Chandra Bose statue is good under British made canopy. Well, what are we talking about? Why can't we be just? Why can't we be normal selves? Why are we trying to make politically correct statements instead of constitutionally correct statements? Actually, it has become a fashion. I heard my senior also colleague, General Bakshi, saying that pre-1947, the soldiers were mercenaries. Well, I can't say anything to that, but I'm ashamed of it. Our soldiers were mercenaries. Well, come on.
You should have been great too.
What did they fight for? Were they fighting for the motherland or for perpetuation of British rule? What
was it their fault? Was it their fault? Was it their fault?
Yes, it was a volunteer army.
But you want to
yes,
put
it
them
was
in
a
the same
volunteer army.
pedestal as a
Nobody
person
was compelled to fight.
A
It was
volunteer
very
who
much a
fights for his
volunteer
own
army.
country.
A soldier is a soldier. A soldier is a soldier.
It was a volunteer army.
Do you recollect when you were
Whether
serving,
you fight for Singapore or United States?
Here, when you were in uniform, if a Pakistani soldier died,
their bravery. But for God's sake, don't equate the two. It was a volunteer army, by the way.
You do not equate. As far as I'm concerned, a soldier is a soldier. And matter finishes.
Well, viewers,
irrespective of the fact whether a soldier...
Lieutenant Colonel Doon, 1 second. Lieutenant Colonel Doon, I don't think the argument is about what is under which British canopy. I think, 1 second, gentlemen. Yes, General. General, please respond. General Bakshi. Yes.
You should be ashamed.
A soldier is a soldier. would he like, Arison, can I? Arison, please. 1 second. He said a soldier is a soldier. Would you like a monument to the Pakistani soldiers on Indian soil in New Delhi? Answer that question. A soldier is a soldier. Would you like a Pakistani monument created here to Pakistani soldiers who died fighting our soldiers? Now, can I now have my say? Rook,
Now you have to, Jalbakshi, you have to pause
wanted to remove this. Now, can I, sir? Can I just finish?
Okay.
Can I just finish, please? Can I? We heard you. We heard you
Please,
without a break. Thank you. What I was saying was we wanted to remove the canopy, but it is a heritage structure, right? So you cannot remove the canopy. You have agreements with other countries that heritage structures will not be taken out. So we have to build under the canopy. There is a very good symbolism. This is the canopy that shaded King George V, right? This is the canopy where we will put Netaji, the man who was instrumental in driving out the British. Rahul, there is a question of a national narrative involved here. I don't want to get into polemics. There is a question of a national narrative. You were handed out a narrative by the departing British to which the successor dispensation clung with amazing zeal. De di hame ajadi bina kadak bina dhal. The INA had a force of 60,000, out of which 26,000 laid down their lives fighting for your country. They laid down their lives fighting for their country. And today, there is not one stone in their memory. Netaji, before he died, had laid the foundation stone for an INA monument in Singapore. Then it was constructed and he was the first to offer a salute in August 1945. September 1945, Mountbatten and Nehru went there. I'll just finish. Mountbatten and Nehru went there, and Nehru was told by the Indian citizens of Singapore to have the decency to go and place some flowers at that war memorial. Mountbatten virtually ordered Nehru not to go, and he had that monument blasted. All right? He had that monument blasted. 1996.
Rahul,
Indian
I have to answer.
History, the wheel has turned a full circle. I've really run out of time. I have to apologize to Sanjay Jha, who I cannot accommodate because we've had an engrossing document. Doon Saab, I've really run out of time. I'm terribly sorry. Dr. Ranganathan, I can't come out to you. Sanjay Jha, I apologize to you from the bottom of my heart. We have not been able to take you because we've just run out of time on this show. It's been an absorbing 50 minutes, and I didn't want to cut off anyone because these are very senior, learned individuals who have represented India and have fought for this country. So I think we should accord them right of place and right of view first. I leave it at this, viewers. You've had a plethora of arguments. Choose, but I can only say, don't allow the politics to prevail. I let it at that.